Happy Sunday, everybody. How are you? Welcome into the latest edition of the Daily Juice Podcast with me, Matt Perrault, your host every single morning here for this 15-minute picks podcast. We are being brought to you by BetMGM. You can always find this podcast on bettingpros.com, on YouTube for the video, or wherever you get your audio podcasts. It is a good day, and we had a good week. Last week was a good week, man. I haven't tallied up everything, but it was just one of those weeks where getting football back, a lot of you DM'd me and said, so that's why you were saying get to football. Yeah, that's why. So a 3-2 day on the podcast, another winning day. I wound up going 5-2 personally because I added the Celtics on a pick. More on that here in a second. In Summer League. And then I came back with an under parlay, another 2-leg parlay, which I hit for a 5th consecutive day. I hit a parlay, which is kind of funny, under on the Seattle Raiders game and under on San Francisco in Kansas City. So, I mean, unders, the books got annihilated. When I say annihilated, I would love to be in the risk room right now to talk to somebody about what just happened. The number of 4, 5, and 6 team parlays on unders I saw, oh my gosh. All unders hit yesterday except for 2 games. No points. Every total being too high. And my gosh. Now, I will say this. In week 2, be careful. All right? We're going to see the totals stay somewhere around 38, 39, and 40. Okay? That's where they're going to be again. But in week 2, I would expect a ton more offense. I think we're going to see a lot of overs in week 2 because the books are going to say, well, if we set the number too high, everyone's going to come in, and unfortunately, we're going to lose again potentially. So let's lay a trap here a little bit. Let's make them bet the under, and then we'll get to the over relatively easily. Just my opinion, but I think that's what's going to happen because everyone was cashing. And this is what happens now. Maybe 10 years ago, there wasn't this much attention being placed on preseason. You wouldn't have, podcasts like mine and podcasts that are out there across the entire, landscape, radio shows and whatnot. I mean, I do this 5 days a week now, and all I've been doing is talking about unders, right? Other radio shows too, full networks geared towards sports gambling. All we're doing is talking about unders because we've known that week 1 in this preseason, unders come in like crazy, and that's exactly what happened. So, it was another good day. And I wound up going 3-1 in football. So, right, 3-1, or is that? Let me check and see. Either 2-1 or 3-1. Hold on, let me just check real quick. What did we go yesterday? It was a 3-2 day, and we went. We went 2-1 on football because the Red Sox team total came in over 6. That got it. So 2-1. So now I am 9-3 in football. Okay, 9-3 so far with football. That's really, I like it a lot. That's an awesome start. And like I mentioned, expect us to do well in preseason in September. Okay, these are the times when we need to be betting and really trying to load up on the bankroll. And because it gets much more difficult in October and November and December, and in particular in the playoffs, it's really hard to beat the books when you've got all this data they can go on to. So that's the start of the year, and the books are going to adjust, and their algorithms will say X, and we'll be able to break down and do Y and make some money. So 9-3 is a great way to start here for the NFL, and let's keep it going today. I've got one pick for you guys with the NFL. I've got one moneyline parlay to give you in baseball, and I've got one kind of a hedge opportunity summer league bet that I'm going to give you guys, and I'll also have a play in the Discord channel coming up later on today. The Discord channel bet, by the way, hit. Nice job. How about that? The over 8 runs for Cubs and the Miami Marlins. That game, well, it may have gone over anyway, but the Cubs gave it to us. It was a 4-3 game in the bottom of the 8th inning and 2 horrific errors for the Cubs. So that bet, I forgot about that bet. So, because we don't track that bet. So I wound up 6-2 on the day. Ooh, I forgot about that bet. Okay. Hey, that's wow. Okay. Heck of a day. 6-2. Not going to knock on it for yesterday. So that was fun. And the Discord bet improves to 8-11 now. So our 2-bet losing streak is over. And that was fun on Saturday. So if you didn't join us, there was about 30 people that were on it. And that's where we're going to be on Saturday mornings. And, depending upon how we do this, the Discord bet might be on Saturday mornings. And I may scrap it during the week because my weeks are about to get really, really busy. And I have got multiple jobs, and it's football season, and my daughter's back in school, and I'm going on a little mini vacation, a staycation, if you will, on Thursday and Friday. I won't be on my radio show. I am celebrating one of my oldest friends getting married, and his bachelor party is this weekend here in Vegas, and it's going to be, yeah. I'm guessing Friday will be from my hotel room at Virgin. I'm guessing that's where I will do the podcast from. Thursday and Saturday night, I am staying here at my house, but Friday night I am staying on the Strip. So you'll probably get a somewhat coherent, halfway drunk Matt talking on the podcast for Friday. Just heads up on Saturday morning's podcast. It might be a little bit unique. I might sound a little different coming up for that, but it is what it is. It's how things go with bachelor parties when you're 44 years old. Okay. One last hurrah, right? One last throwdown before one of our friends takes the plunge and goes into the wonderful world of marriage, a married life. So, all right, the BetMGM offer. It is a $20 bet. Win $100 on any wager. Use that promo code JUICE100 when you sign up for a new account. You can do that with the first bet if you would like to jump on it. It is a moneyline parlay at plus 108. Okay, it's not a tremendous, unbelievable return. Okay, but the Red Sox are facing a absolute horrific pitcher for the Baltimore Orioles. And I know you could say it isn't always this easy, and Baltimore very well could come back and, Matt, they destroyed them 16-2 yesterday. Don't you think the Baltimore Orioles could come back? Yeah, maybe. But after what Chris Sale did, which was awesome, they're starting Keegan Akin. All right, Keegan Akin is 0-6 with an 8.23 ERA. Keegan Akin in his last start, he's becoming the new Matt Harvey. In his last start, Keegan Akin went, let's see. So his numbers, he went 3 innings, 7 hits, 6 earned runs. He was okay in his start before that as a reliever, came in the Yankee series, but on a game against the Royals, 3 innings, 8 hits, 6 earned runs. I mean, this is, no. Red Sox are starting Erod, which, again, I don't love. Eduardo Rodriguez, he's had kind of an up and down year. Post-COVID, he's not been great. And I am a little bit concerned about him going. I'm not going to lie that, I'm not all in on Erod coming in and pitching incredibly well. But at home, he's been okay. And his ERA is a little bit too high for my liking during the day. During the day, his ERA is 6.25. That's not really what you want to see here. But again, he's facing a pitcher that Red Sox hit lefties well. And I just think it's a day game. Maybe, hopefully, he comes in with a good performance. But I'm taking Red Sox money line, okay? I'm not going to get too exotic here. Red Sox money line. I am, however, interested in one of 2 other plays that I have not made as of yet on this game. So, first half of the parlay is Red Sox money line. The other half of the parlay at plus 108, Giants money line against the Colorado Rockies. The Rockies won a road game yesterday. They beat the Giants. I don't care who's pitching. I don't care, who's in here. Giants, it's John Gray versus Alex Wood. So it doesn't matter. I'm taking the Giants. They scored 1 run yesterday. I'm taking the Giants on a Sunday. They're not losing 2 games in a row to Colorado. Giants money line. I got both money line plays wrong yesterday. Brewers lost game 1, and the Giants lost outright. So I went 0 for 2 on the parlay. But coming back here for one more because I like it. Boston money line, Giants money line plus 108. Not a huge return, but half a unit. We're going on that. Now, in the Discord channel, I will add either Red Sox team total or the over. One of the two. I'm not. I'll probably do Red Sox team total, but I think Erod gives up a bunch of runs. It's 10.5, so I think there's a decent shot the over's coming in here. And if the Orioles are going to beat the Red Sox, most likely it's a really high-scoring game. It's like a 7-6 type of game. So that's a little bit of a hedge in case we're wrong about the Red Sox. I may come back on the over. So I will put that in the Discord channel. It's a 10:10 start Pacific time, 1:10 start Eastern. Heads up on that, okay? It's an early morning start, West Coast time, 1 p.m. East Coast time. So I will add this officially in the Discord channel, one of the two. Either Red Sox team total We shopped around. We found that. We found 6 at minus 106 yesterday. That was good. Hopefully try to find it again. Red Sox team total going over on that. It could even be Red Sox team total first 5, depending on what the numbers are. But, the books tried to keep people off Red Sox team total because it was 9.5 yesterday, and 6.5 was the number for the Red Sox, okay? So, you see that, and you're like, whoa, wait a minute. But, we found 6, and we jumped on it. I think 6.5, I'll be okay with 6.5 here again today. If you find a 6.5, I think we can take that. But I'll make it official this morning on the Discord channel, bettingpros.com/chat to get the invite, or underneath me here on YouTube, click the link and you will get in to the Discord channel. It's important to be on there, okay? So we talk about a lot of plays, a lot of in-game wagering, a lot of things that we're talking about, different plays that I made. That's where I posted the Celtics pick 'em. That number, by the way, was crazy. I'll get to that here in a second as to how the betting went on that game. But I posted that. I had the 2-leg money line or 2-leg under parlay that we came on. So, that's kind of where I'm going to be living on the Daily Juice Discord channel. And we have a lot of fun on there, and it's football season. So I would highly recommend being on there. Okay. So there's your baseball play. We'll add a baseball play later in the day. I gave this out yesterday. The number has moved a little bit, but I gave it out on the Discord channel. We're going under. I don't know how we're not betting unders here for the Panthers and the Colts. I just, the Panthers aren't playing anybody. Matt Rule has already said they're not playing anybody. So this is all 2s and 3s and 4s going here in this game for the Panthers. And Indianapolis doesn't have Carson Wentz. So, they're going to run the ball. Okay, you know what they're going to do. They're just going to run the ball. And to me, that screams under. I don't think Carolina scores very much. 34.5 is a low total, and the number's dropping. So I bet under 34.5, half a unit. Just keep it rolling. It's probably like a 13-7 type of game here. I think it's going to come way under. I just don't think these offenses are going to score all that much. I don't think you're going to see, unless we get some, fumble recoveries, scoop and score type stuff. I just think both these teams are going to be kind of anemic. Indianapolis, look, they're banged up. Carson Wentz not being there is significant, and they're trying to figure out what they're going to do with rookies and second-year quarterbacks going in. Sam Ehlinger has played well, I guess, in camp, and Jacob Eason, their second-year quarterback, 4th-round pick. I think they took him out of Washington. They're both going to play here in this game. Who knows what they're going to do? Matt Rule is known for his second-year teams. This is what he's known for. He did that incredibly well at Temple, incredibly well at Baylor. Let's see what he does here with Carolina in year number 2. But I'm taking under 34.5 for a half a unit for Carolina and Indianapolis. It's the lone game left for week 1 of the preseason. And then the last bet of the day is sort of a hedge. And I'm not sure everyone can get this, but if you're in Vegas, you can get this. Circa Sports has this. So I think you can find it offshore probably, but the Boston Celtics to win the Summer League. Okay? Boston Celtics to win the Summer League. So right now they're 4-0. The top 2 teams advance to the finals. There's 2 teams that are also undefeated that are playing today. If they win their games, they're going to have such a crazy, huge win margin to knock Boston out of the finals. That's why it's not a bigger number than plus 110, because there's a shot that one of the 2 teams who are 3-0 could win their game by a big enough margin that would wind up knocking Boston out. But most likely that's not going to happen here, okay? Most likely Boston's getting one of the 2 spots. Now, if Boston gets in at plus 110, it's essentially a Boston Celtics moneyline bet at plus 110. Boston most likely is going to be favored against who they play. Now, how aggressively? I don't know. But we'll see what the money line looks like for the other side. It's a hedge opportunity. You got plus 110 with Boston, and then we'll see if there's a way of coming back on the other side of getting a plus 110, getting a, something along the lines that we could make some money on. So that's how I'm playing this. If you can find Boston Celtics future to win the Summer League at Circa Sports, it's a yes at plus 110. You may find it somewhere else as just Boston Celtics to win the Summer League, what the odds are, and then to win the Summer League. Let me quickly flash here, because I did not look at this before I came on, at what the Westgate in Vegas is set at for if you can bet on the future for Summer League. No, you can't. Okay, so they don't have it up. So, yeah, so this is a Circa. I'm guessing your offshores will have it, but maybe your East Coast books will have it. Maybe your BetMGM is going to have it. Let's see. I won't do it here, but check and see if BetMGM's got a future on who's going to win the Summer League. Boston plus 110 to win the Summer League for a half a unit at Circa Sports. Yes, I think Boston's going to win it, but I also think it's a cool hedge opportunity for us potentially as to who they're going to play and what the lines are going to be. So Boston's not in yet, but most likely they're going to be in the final game coming up here in Vegas for the Summer League. So third play, half a unit, Boston plus 110, yes, to win the Summer League here in Vegas. And what's crazy, that Boston Celtics Philadelphia 76er game, so initially it was Boston -2. Then it was Boston +2. It was Philadelphia. No, sorry. First it was Boston -2. Then it was down to a pick. That's when I bet it. Then it became Philadelphia -2. And then it swung all the way back for tip, Boston -2.5, where it closed. Boston won by 20. I mean, that's just, 1-2 bets here and there. The line's going to swing and swing and swing and swing and swing. So not shocking, but that's like, oh my gosh, that was crazy to watch that and how that went down. So, watch that. See how it goes today. If Boston's in, we have a hedge opportunity with Boston in the final. So I threw a half a unit down because we've done well over this week. So half a unit down on Boston to win the Summer League at plus 110 odds. Okay? So again, I'll take the other half a unit. I'll throw it on the Discord channel for baseball coming up at some point. But again, to recap the plays, Red Sox, Giants, moneyline parlay at plus 108. We're going to add to that as the day goes on. Under 34.5. It's a 1 p.m. kickoff for Indianapolis and Carolina in the NFL. And Boston Celtics basketball to win the Summer League here in Vegas at plus 110. My name is Matt Peralta. Follow me on Twitter at SportsTalkMatt each and every single morning. It's the Daily Juice Podcast right here on BettingPros.com, brought to you by BetMGM.